Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future guitar-related videos. So, the last video we were talking about the Epiphone Les Pauls and Epiphone lineup for 2020, Namm 2020, what I thought about them. And today we were talking about something that not a lot of people have been talking about because there is not a lot of information about it, because it is still currently on the hush-hush. These guitars, also Epiphone, were not supposed to be filmed, not supposed to be known about, but I believe it was Anderton's. Do not quote me on that. I know I figured out the video from, actually it was Augafish, showed a very quick clip of these guitars that were not supposed to be filmed, not supposed to be talked about on YouTube really too much. I don't think they were allowing anyone to play them. But basically what they are the Prophecy series by Epiphone, and basically what that means is they are trying to release some LTD killers. So if you're familiar with ESP, LTD has been in the market for quite a while, and they release more heavy metal guitars, usually EMG pickups. Some of them have Evertunes on them, which basically means they never go out of tune. Some of them have Floyd Rose, like an actual Floyd Rose, not a licensed Floyd Rose. There's a huge tier of LTD that's kind of in the heavy metal market that Epiphone really hasn't been in too much, minus like the Zakk Wylde model or the kind of the Slash model. Sometimes they'll release a few with EMG pickups, but I think it was back in the early 2000s they had something that was called the Prophecy series, which was, yes, you had your Les Paul Explorers, SGs, Flying Vs, and then they had kind of this weird custom double cutaway. It wasn't exactly a Strat. It looked similar to the Les Paul Modern, if you're familiar with that model. But basically it has one horn that's bigger than the other, kind of like a Strat Les Paul combo type thing, if you will. And the reason nobody was talking about it is because they didn't like fully release it yet. They didn't want anybody to know about it. They want it to be its own separate thing, but it's out there for the world to see now. And I'm going to tell you at least kind of what I know about it, and there's not a whole lot of information about it. So if you look at any like LTD, we're going to stick with the Les Paul type model, the EC model. EC 1000, I think, is like their top of the line Les Paul copy. It's usually got your EMG active pickups and or your Fishman Fluence pickups. Some of them have an Evertune. They typically have 24 frets. Some of them have stainless steel frets. They have a cutaway, nice belly carve, and nice cutaway for your hand. And the neck joint has a, basically the way they design the neck joint is where it's very comfortable and easy to get all the way up to the 24th fret. And what I think that Epiphone is going to do, Gibson, whatever you want to call them, they definitely have the Fishman Fluence active pickups in there, probably the Modern series. Keep in mind, I have one of those in my Warmouth, and I believe they are a $250 set altogether. So we're going to be paying a lot of money. These are not going to be cheap guitars. These are going to definitely be more of the upper to mid-range. It's not going to be obviously a USA-made Gibson, but it is probably going to be a very quality-made guitar. I wouldn't even surprise me if they threw some of these over in Japan and made them in Japan, or if they produced them in Korea. That would be interesting to see too, because we know they have both produced in both those places in the past, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. 9 out of 10, it's probably going to end up being from China, but it'd be nice to see it if we could get it from Korea or Japan, because they seem to have a little better build quality than China, in my personal opinion. So what I think they're going to do is I think we're going to get 24 frets. We're going to get our heel cutaway like on the Modern guitars, or the all-access joint, which would be delightful. I personally like that a lot better than what they're doing with the new Gibson Moderns and some of the Epiphones too, where it's like they just put less wood there. The all-access joint, I played it a lot nicer than this whole thing. They need to go back to that. That was one of the things that the High Performance series got correct, in my opinion. A lot of people hated the robot tuners, but that was a very good point. I got to sneeze, hold on. Also, what I think they're going to do is hopefully we get the cutaways. We don't necessarily need a horn cutaway. Maybe we'll get 24 frets. That would be delightful. Some people want those upper frets. I'm hoping we get both a Fishman Fluence and EMG Be kind of combo, you know, we can either get one or that, one or the other type situation. My guess is the price range is going to be about in line with at least the custom, so you're probably going to be looking at least the $800 range, maybe $850. We'll have to wait and see. It could be cheaper. I honestly don't know, but they do have flammable tops. They do have binding. It's definitely probably going to be a dark blue, dark red, black. That's what I'm guessing the 3-color is. We know there's a Flying V. We know there's an Explorer. We know there's an SG. We know there's a Les Paul. I don't know if there's any other models, but I think those are the 4 primary ones that we had originally. And it would not surprise me if they brought back that kind of, I think it was called like the E2 or E3, one of the, I believe it was called. Would not surprise me if they brought back that Les Paul Strat looking thing as well for this series. And I think you're going to have a lot of people eating those up and buying those up because you're going to get the cutaways. It's going to be an actual Les Paul, not a kind of knockoff or replica, if you will. And I think they're just gonna. I think they're gonna fly off the shelves. I know some of the Epiphones right now are flying off the shelves off the new line. Everybody's digging the new headstock. But I think these are especially going to fly off the shelves because this is what the modern player wants. If you don't want to spend a crap ton of money on a USA-made guitar, as long as the frets are good, as long as we get those cutaways and all that access and excellent pickups, it's going to be beautiful, and I cannot wait for them to come out. That's why I'm actually kind of holding off right now and buying one. The only one that catches my eye is I've always wanted a guitar with the vibrola, so that SG with the vibrola, I might have to find one of those at some point in time and buy that and review that for you guys. But other than that, I am waiting on a new Les Paul from the Prophecy series. You won't be seeing me buy a Gibson for a little while unless I find one locally that's dirt cheap. Same with an Epiphone. Unless I think I can get it for really, really cheap, you're not going to be seeing one on my channel for a while. But those are kind of my thoughts. I will see if I can find the clip to link it in the description below, and or I will have it playing at some point during the video for you guys to see. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars, and as always, have a good one.